Thanks for tuning in. My name is Juan Pablo Ortiz and I am in I Idre Fjäll in Sweden. I have been here for a few days with my family, and today I was planning to run the course of the Björnens Stig, which is the 28-kilometer course of the I Idre Fjällmaraton, taking place on August 26. I hope you will find this interesting, especially for those of you who are planning to run the race. The fact is that the 28-kilometer course shares about 24 kilometers with the 45-kilometer route. So what I'm going to see is the kind of terrain, the conditions, how it feels underfoot, how wet it is. Today it should be very wet because of all the rain, but I don't know how it's going to be in 1 month's time. And to just share my experiences, I have run several fjällmarathon and of course many ultras in Sweden and abroad, and I have run in Vemdalen and I have run in Åre several times, never in Idre. And this is like the center of I Idre Fjäll, where all the cars are parked as usual. I think the highest season is over now, and the start of the race is going to be right here, and then there is a tunnel behind me, and just before the tunnel, that's where we take off. We will be arriving in the finish over here. I'm saying we, even if I'm not going to have the chance to participate. When you run the race, of course, there's going to be a lot of people here. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and you will count on the 8 stations along the course. I don't have that, so I have my pack, and I have some nutrition and hydration. Probably there's some water on the course as well, we'll see. I have my course on my telephone on Strava, which I'm going to follow. Maybe I don't even need to say this, but of course you can check on the website yourselves and maybe follow the course as I describe it and visit the different points. Maybe that's useful for you. Let's click on our watch, and here we go. So the first thing you're going to do is cross this short tunnel. And head out in a brief uphill towards the skiing stadium, which is just outside. You can see it in the background. Enter the stadium. This is where biathlon is practiced in the winter. It's pretty cool with the stadium, the shooting range. Soon 1 kilometer in, after crossing the stadium, you hit this gravel road. This is going to take us, I think, on a mainly downhill course all the way to the lake of Burusjön. Soon 2 kilometers, and a good stop here just to watch the beauty. At the back you can see Städjan, so we should be there in about 20 kilometers or maybe a bit less. After 2.2 kilometers more or less, you cross the road, you leave the gravel road, and you begin running on a real trail, which is great, of course. Not as smooth, but it gives you that feeling that you're out in the forest or in the wilderness. This is not a very technical part, but a little bit of stones. Hard to tell how wet or dry it is going to be on race day. After 2.5 kilometers you reach this point. You have to start making choices, you know. Am I competing and I just want to run through the water, or am I playing safe and I try to find a way around it, which is not so easy. So anyway, all in the spirit of trail. Wet feet are part of the story. 4 kilometers in, and if you were trying to keep your feet dry so far, which takes a bit of time, here you reach a point where you just have to accept your fate and just go for it. There's no way out, so just splash your way through and get it done. I don't know how deep we're gonna sink. Very deep, I can tell you. Oh shit! Well, this is the bogs. This is what Fjällen is about. The water is our friend. So this is not the day of the race, so I'm completely alone here on the trail, and that means hopefully that I have a better chance of seeing wildlife. 4.5 kilometers, and let's be honest, you could consider this to be quite technical. I mean, some rocks, but it's boggy and wet, and it makes it a bit hard to keep any kind of running pace. So my advice is pick the right socks and pick the right shoes that will keep your feet happy until the finish line. A sharp turn to the right to meet Burusjön down there. I can already see it in the distance. That smooth downhill to Burusjön has turned out to be a wet one. You see the common theme of my description of these first kilometers. Beautiful course, fantastic environment in the marshes, and plenty of water. Yes, my friends, after slightly less than 6 kilometers we have reached the Burusjön. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And this is like a beautiful beach. If it was a bit warmer, I would get in. At the back you see the mountain of Nipfjället. So far so good. After reaching the lake at kilometer 6, you come to a dirt road, very smooth running, and running along the lake, so it's beautiful. Good chance to stretch your legs, and if you like to increase your pace a bit. And this is going to take us to a point where we turn right to start climbing, because reality, we haven't climbed much yet. We're 6.5 kilometers in or something, and we've only done like 50 meters of elevation gain. No. So here's the thing, I discovered later that the courses on the GPX file, which I downloaded from the website, and the course on the actual website are not the same. I hope this has been fixed since early August, but I got a bit fooled by that, and I ran along the lake and then started climbing, which I shouldn't have done, as you can see on the real course on the left side. That stretch of dirt road after reaching the lake and you run along the lake is about 1.7 kilometers, very easy. And then you reach this point. And then here you have to brace for something else, because now we're going to start climbing for real. We leave the comfortable road and we head uphill towards Nipfjället. Change of environment, single track trail, forest. I must say I'm happy and lucky, because these days we have had very little mosquito activity, and I wish you have the same luck on the 26th or at the end of August. To turn on my watch when we turned into the uphill, but it doesn't matter. I know the distance and I have the map. I've been climbing for a while. Whoa, very slippery. And it's a steady climb, but not too steep, really. So if you have the legs, there you can actually run, if not all, maybe at least some sections of it. The climb continues. This second part is perhaps less wet but steeper, and in any case very, very pretty. I got a little bit excited and decided to run. Of course, this is quite flat at times, as you can see, but my excitement didn't pay off, because 30 meters after that I fell. I slipped on a rock. It was not too bad, but as you can see, there are some traces of the fall, and then I have to remind myself I'm here just checking the course, having a good time. This is not the race. The race will be for you people and maybe someday for me. I haven't met anybody on the trail. I met people on the dirt roads in the first kilometer, and then along the lake in Burusjön. But out here in the forest, just me. After a few 200 or 300 meters of gentle downhill, this is where you end up. Wow. After being in the forest for a while, it's fantastic to come out and see this evening light and Städjan in the background. And we're about to reach the road. So here we are, and time for some dirt road again. There are some mean looking clouds over there, but they're passing. At least that's what I tell myself, and I prefer to look at this beautiful sun. And here we're gonna head up, you know, a few hundred meters, I think, or not too many, and then we'll run parallel to the road before reaching the end of the road and turning right to head towards Städjan. Here we head out. It's tempting to follow the road, but that's cheating. And of course this is a different experience out here with the beautiful views. Here we are reaching the top. In the real race you will have an aid station here, I'm pretty sure. Something to look forward to. I don't have much of that. I have my pack with what I need, but to be honest I have been not very disciplined in drinking and eating as I should. So as I move on, it seems like we enter a different part of the race. It's quite exposed. We're heading towards Städjan. In the background you can see that tip over the top of the hill, and we have amazing views of this evening light. I've been lucky so far. There were some forecasts of rain. It's rained pretty much all day, but I am, what is this, like very close to half of the course and still dry on my body, not on my feet. My feet are not dry, I promise. I had something to eat, a delicious bar. I drank some fluids. I had to change my GoPro battery, which abruptly finished, and now I'm continuing to do this traverse towards Städjan in the background. The course does not climb to the top, but it climbs to the saddle of the mountain, which is behind this cone looking beautiful mountain. Very lonely here, and I like that. I just have to keep track of time, because and that was not a good idea, but I did not bring a headlamp. But I do have a plan B, and it is if it gets dark or if I'm moving too slowly. By sunset there is a place where instead of doing the final loop I can just head home to I Idrefjäll on dirt roads, so I'm not really concerned. And my dear family is following me, as we always do, on Strava. This is cool. This part is like very punchy, ups and downs. Short, but some of them are steep, so it's fun running. We're getting closer, and I just realized I made a huge mistake. I have a power bank to recharge my phone. I took with me the wrong cable. I took the cable to charge the power bank, not to charge the phone, so my phone has already low battery, And that's where I had the course. Not good. Just for your info, as we have some reindeer running around here, here we are some 17 kilometers in, and we have to climb up to the saddle of the mountain behind this cone we have in front of us, and then run down the hill all the way to the valley between this mountain and that one down there, the little hill which is I Idre Fjäll, and then go around that mountain and climb it from the back to finally run down the final hill, which is just to the left of that white area that we can see down there. That white is where they are saving snow for the next skiing season, and just behind that is where the finish line is. This is cool. Look at this. Traversing Städjan, some let's see, yeah, 18.5 kilometers covered. It's right beside me here, and I have decided what I'm going to do, which is I will climb up to the small summit over there as following the course, and then I'll follow the course all the downhill to the valley down there, and then I'm gonna skip the going around the mountain, first because it's getting late, and second because my telephone is dying, and third because I'm hungry. So what I'll do is I'll take one of those roads, I don't know if you can see them in the background, and just run over the hill and back to I Idre Fjäll. So that's gonna shorten my run to maybe 22 kilometers, 23 kilometers. We'll see. I appreciate your understanding. I'm enjoying this, but it was actually poor judgment not to take the right cable and not to take a headlamp, which I normally would always do. Maybe I just thought about the distance and I thought I would cover it a bit faster, and I'm moving good, but at parts it was soggy and slow. Now you can see the trail here, so we're adding elevation gain quite quickly. Right now we're approaching the 450 meters of elevation gain, and that's gonna increase by a bit once we get up there, at least another 100 I would guess, or more. If that is the case, then there's 350 left. There's probably 200 at least down there by the hill and in the roads. So I don't know, I'm just guessing here. I'm working hard. Wait. Some points are really steep, but we're getting there. You see how much we climbed just in a few minutes. Yes, I'm at the top. And this is amazing. Oh, you'll be so happy when you get here. This is a privilege. Here we come to the top, the small top, I guess it has a name. And there we can see the trails on the other side. Wow! Woo! Fantastic! Fantastic! This is a downhill. Look at this. Woo. Maybe I will come back on the 26th and run. Okay, I have to watch my step here. This is the kind of downhills that are a little bit less fun on very tired legs. But I'm feeling very good. So I can enjoy, but I'm not taking any risks. I don't want to fall. I already did that. Actually, I have some blood running down my leg. Woo! Here we go. Small steps. Oh, this is epic. Woo! I love it. Of course, the course is going to be perfectly marked when you on race day, but now a little warning. When I rushed down the top up there, I just kept going on that track, and then I realized I was going the wrong way. There's a turn to the right to head down to the valley, and I just didn't see it because I stuck to the big trail. So I don't think it will be a problem on the race day, but you know how it is. Sometimes you're too focused on following the person in front of you or just watching your step, and you just pass by a marking. So now I'm traversing here to go back to the right trail. I should be there in a moment. I'm actually going to run there. There it is, I can see it. I think I'm actually not on the right trail down, I'm on a parallel trail, but my guess would be that the course goes on a similar one, which is rocky and quite steep at times. Runnable if you're a bit daring. After a sometimes steep but mostly fun downhill from Städjan, you reach this point, you come out to the road, you meet some friendly reindeer, and you see that that is the Städjan Nipfjället's naturreservat. Okay, and then let me check. Then we continue on this road and turn left just a little bit ahead. Keep in mind you can only run at 50 kilometers an hour here. Easy running here. The course is gonna head left over there, but I'm gonna head right and head home before I get caught in the night without a headlamp. The course will head in that direction and run around this mountain and climb it from the backside to the top and then down on that side to the finish. But my friends, I'm heading home. As I said before it gets dark, I have now no telephone and no headlamp. So thanks a lot, and I wish you a wonderful race on August 26th. If you are running the 45k, what I covered is almost 50% of that course as well. Daughter is coming out from the room. She picked up a dirty underwear for me.
Not dirty.
Okay.
Ew.
And a nice t-shirt. Everybody, this is my crew. They've been like sitting on the sofa for hours watching me as a little dot on the map, and now I got greeted home. Time for a shower. Bye.